So now this is very bad. And then here, you guys already screwed up the tempo, and they all spawned. This is a scanner that spent his gold. Everyone is. So now you need to recall. So now when you see that thing there, look at your gold, look at your mana. You cannot follow. You need to recall. Look how much you stayed here just for like 50 gold. You stayed here for 35 gold. Huge pattern. When I see most of the AD carries that I see just valuing so much camps, they are below diamond. What's going on, guys? Besides here, in today's video, we're gonna learn how to play mid-game. Rotations, macro, when to be with the team, when to go bot lane, when to group, when to farm. This is gonna be an amazing video for you if you're below master tier. You wanna play Jinx, you wanna get better, please watch this until the end. Definitely you're gonna learn a lot of things. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you wanna make sure you don't miss out any bit of content from this AD carry specialized channel. My name is Besides, and I coach people with ranks between Iron and Challenger for over 5 years. Enjoy. If you lose the next fight, okay, I hope I don't jinx it. You're gonna lose the top 5.
I mean, the concept applies, right? So
Yes.
no matter if we win or lose, it doesn't really matter.
Let's see. So Zeri got the bot tower. Most likely Zeri is gonna kill her, and then you guys are gonna fight here. So Zeri didn't die, and you guys get the. You guys get the herald. Yeah, you guys get the herald. I see.
If the herald was like a minute out, would you try and send the set bot to get prio bot and then come mid, or would you just walk bot regardless?
In general, if I know I'm not strong enough to group for the herald, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Especially if my mid lane is really strong. If I have a mid laner with TP, the answer is yes, you can always allow him to go bot. But as a rule of thumb, you need to take the tower first before grouping mid. Because you wanna, after you get the tower, you usually get a lot of solo XP, so you can be in the team fights because you're strong. But now it's like you didn't get the tower, you have an item and a half, you're not weak, but that is level 12 with 8 kills. Enemy Veigar has 1 kill, but he's still a Veigar, right? He's level 11 with Veigar. He's 1-6, you're 3-2, but he's 1 level up on you. So usually by default you're weak as an AD carry. So I would get the tower first before grouping mid lane, unless I have a really strong champion on mid that can TP to the fights anyways.
Okay.
And if the herald is 1 minute, then I wouldn't go for the herald for sure.
Yeah.
Or just stay bot. Objective control is not your priority. Your priority is to get your items. And if as you're getting the items on bot lane, it happens to be a Drake there so you can fight, definitely help your teammates. But getting to your items before you get into this herald grubs fight is crucial for SoloQ.
Okay.
Because you go for grubs or you go for 1 herald, let's say it's 1 minute, you go mid, you lose the fight, then you're like 2 or 3 levels down on the enemies. And that's when you lost the game.
If mid lane was more even, would you stay bot against Seri, who probably has prior, right? If she beats me in the 1v1, she can come over walls, she's more map mobile. Would that change if my mid laner was just even with them? Or would you go bot in this?
The thing is, if you go mid against an even Veigar, he's gonna smash you. If you stay bot against a Zeri that perma pushes you into the tower, you just farm under the tower. You know, against Zeri, there is a counterplay. She pushes, and if she wants to hit the tower, you just wave clear. But against a Veigar, if it happens to be a fight, you always lose. You can't walk up. You can't do anything.
Yeah, okay.
So you're safer usually against like AD carries. Usually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's see. See. So usually when you play and you like lose the game, what is the usual kind of game that you think is like a pattern that repeats itself?
I guess it's 2 things. One of them is just tilt and mentality. I'm definitely very, very vulnerable to getting put in bad situations that in my head I didn't think I could do much about, and it doesn't really matter if I could have. That's just if my head is there, it makes me play worse. I'm trying to work on it, but that's hard to fix. As far as like gameplay goes, I would say it's all the games where I do my early laning poorly, and I'm not strong enough to do anything other than follow. And a lot of the replays that I lose, that I've sent, I'm just kind of weak and follow, and I don't have anything good to latch onto because I haven't set myself up well enough to be able to do it. So it's like some of it is not selfish enough, and some of it is just poor leaning, I would say, is the biggest thing.
I can see that if you don't know like the basics of the support, then it's really difficult for you to play. And it is Lulu and Renata, which Renata is a hard one. But then if you play against Wei or if you play against other champions, then what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
More complex. See. We have like bad patterns here in the mid game as well. Okay, pay attention to this. Look at your gold. How much gold do you need for Phantom Dancer?
It's 2,600 total, so I have 12, 15. So 900?
Yes. Perfect. So now you play with the team. Nothing crazy. This is good. Stay on the left, go for the Herald, hover, go back to wave mid. Ping. So soon you have the Phantom Dancer. But of course there is a fight, so you have enough mana and enough HP, so you're staying with them. It's absolutely normal. I don't know why I didn't ulti like here.
Yeah. Makes sense.
No problem. So far so good. You have Phantom Dancer in base, but we don't even talk about we're in a fight. This is good. This is very good. Staying for the wave. Map check. That is pushing. Recalling. This guy is walking up. Should we stay based on the HP on the mana that we have? Absolutely yes. We're pushing with everyone. With the squad. Perfect. We're pushing with the guy here. We're mid lane. So far so good. Are you having trouble converting your early game advantages into wins? Feel like your damage output is lower than it should be and you feel like you're putting in the work but you're not seeing really the results? My name is Pizais with a track record of coaching over 3,659 players with ranks between Iron and Challenger. Here is what I've accomplished with my clients. Right here you can see Silver 1 to Emerald 4 in 1 month time with 1 coaching session. This guy right here got to Grandmaster in NA after when the first coaching session we've done, he was hard stuck in Diamond 2. Alex right here, he was Gold 4 1 year and a half ago and he got to Grandmaster 800 LPP after the coaching session. Here is his master account after just being a gold player a year and a half ago. This is what the coaching session can do to your gameplay. And here is something that you might find inspiring. I've personally climbed from Iron to Diamond with dealing with 200 ping. Now I'll actually get Master Tier with 200 ping on this account that you're gonna see right now. As you can see right here, this is Emerald 1 with very decent win rates on some of the champions, and I'm playing pretty well in high Emerald to low Diamond. And I actually play Ezreal as well, as you guys can see right here, and I'm not really scared. If I can achieve this against high Emerald players and low Diamonds playing with such a huge handicap, 200 ping Ezreal, imagine what we can accomplish together with you playing under optimal conditions. Are you ready to see the real progress that you can do? Go to pizais.com and book your coaching session now. Let's improve and get better together. This is very good. We're gonna TPs. We take the inhibitor. Zed didn't die bot. Very good that he got a kill. You take this. Let's see what you do after this. Not good. Not good. Not good. Why do I say it's not good?
Because we're ruining our tempo, right? So
and it's like really
we could
low
find
reward.
Camps and reset, or just
like you're never gonna get more than the inhibitor, and then you're hitting us like a Skarner when he's like full HP, and you see your damage, right?
Yeah.
You should just run. Like they stay, so you take the wave, no problem. 2 people are dead, and your teammates are staying around, so this is still all right. The Herald hits. That's good. Now run. Now just run. You have 1.3 gold. So now the Drake is up in 20 seconds. You need to reset. You can't do Drake now. Because the enemies will spawn and will kill you because you didn't reset. You reset now. You don't have time to take jungle. You just need to reset.
Yeah.
Like now, just reset. Well, not in the middle of the lane, but like now reset. You can't be there. You have 1.6 gold. Your mana is pretty low. Just recall. Just recall. Literally in that brush. This is bad. This is bad. You're never gonna be in recall. Go to Drake. You're gonna be so late now. So now this is very bad. And then here, you guys already screwed up the tempo, and they all spawned. This is a scanner that spent his gold. Everyone is. So now you need to recall. So now when you see that thing there, look at your gold, look at your mana. You cannot follow. You need to recall. Look how much you stayed here just for like 50 gold. You stayed here for 35 gold. Huge pattern. When I see most of the AD carries that I see just valuing so much camps, they are below diamond. Because in Master, unless it's real, like if it's super free and it's like, no, it's not free, they just respawn, they're coming for you and they do Drake. You're overextending. Super important. And now, unfortunately, you can't follow. And I'll be a lot of times the guy that says, help your teammates. They need you. In this case, you can't. Look at your mana, look at your gold. I mean, the mistake is already like, so this that you moved with them, this is already over. Why? Well, pay attention to this. 3 people with the Warwick. We didn't recall. It's like even if you do some damage, your damage is super, super low. So you had to recall here. You really had to recall here. And then now you need to stay for the Drake. You see everyone on the map, so that's fine. Look at your damage. There is no damage. There is no damage.
I would have left this one if they contested, but they kind of just left Scornia to it.
Yeah, they just left. So this is fine. But there's the initially, and now recall. You buy the item, and it's like now they're fighting mid. Okay, Zed died. They are super far. So in this specific case, you can go for camps. There is no pressure on the Baron by enemy team. Your teammates are very deep. You can go for camps. But this is how you do it. If you're taking camps and they're all hovering around here, or they're pushing bot, or they're pushing mid and you're not with them, that can be a red flag. You need to stay with your teammates. Okay, Renata is trying to get vision. Right here, you're taking the Krugs. That's fine. I mean, no one else is on the map, so that's fine. Let's see what to do after this. You go top, which is correct. Take the wave. You kill this guy. Close. Very good. And then you hover your teammates. That's very, very good. Your camera control is also super good here.
Yeah, I made a very conscious decision just from having played the game that I didn't believe in the Morgana at all. So when she postured top lane, I already had in my head that if someone else was available, I would go to them over the Morgana. I just thought she was lost.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. I think you really had to go Kraken Slayer against Karner and Darius.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Couldn't really go Yuntal build. It's not a bad build, but I don't know if it's a good build here in this specific situation.
Yeah.
Same thing. You see the position of the recall that you have, that you're not thinking about all of the people that can kill you. Like you're pushing. I like that at least this time you're thinking about the gold, but now you can't just recall in the middle of the lane. Look where they are.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They can come from any angle. So this position of the recall, it just looks like it's happening in like most of the situations. And sometimes something tells me that, ooh, and you have to stay. Okay, that's very bad. So what is going to happen right now? You have to stay again to defend mid tower? Or you just have to lose mid tower? Yeah, and now you're not with your teammates. The resets are definitely a big thing. Okay. Something tells me there are a lot of more things in your gameplay than we identified today. Something tells me that your resets in the early game are also like not the best, and there is more things in the early game. But what is certain is that your mechanics are very, very good. You have some concepts down, and that's good. We just need to correct the other concepts and try to remove some of the rubbish that you have in regards to how you should play the lane. We need to play more support for sure. That's the most important thing. And then build and runes, that's just optimization. But bottom line is, yes, early game is a problem. There is some red flags with taking the camps and overextending, but we'll see in the next one. But now let's see. Let's see the mistakes. What do you think are the biggest things that we identified today?
So not knowing support matchups and cooldowns exactly, overplaying into a matchup where I'm supposed to do nothing, at least early. I back too greedily in where I do it. Some wave states.
Okay, let's take it step by step. So not knowing support
Yeah.
matchup properly. Okay, what else?
Mm-hmm. I just said it, but I forgot because I was thinking ahead.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah, not knowing support matchups correctly.
Yes.
Not backing safely enough, especially for SoloQ.
Yes.
What's the other ones? Oh, I had them all in my head.
The recall timings. The recall timings.
Yeah, recall timings. Recall timings.
So,
yeah.
Too overextend in late game with a huge amount of goal, but also in the early game we miss basic recall timings, openings with a lot of gold. And this position of the recall, it has to be based on the threat. So based on where is the enemy's area, can she stop me? Where is the enemy jungle? These are the things that I need to think about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overplaying into matchups where I'm supposed to do nothing. We talked about the early game into Sarah Lulu. I have another game which is an extreme example of this too.
Okay, what else?
I would say we talked about the failed recalls on wave states, but that's not really a misunderstanding of the wave states. That's a misevaluation of what kind of situation I'm in terms of who can do what. So that ties into the support matchup.
Yes. And we will see that next time if the recall timings are because there is like this game. I think it's kind of saved you because they didn't fight too much. It was just push back, nothing crazy. But I think that in a different game we're gonna identify more things. What is certain is that you need to play more support. You need to play more support to learn it better. And let's work on the position of the recall timings and on the recall timings as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. As in every time when you recall, you ask yourself, okay, there are challenger players, you'll see them recalling into the tower. But if you ask them, why do you recall there? They will say, well, first of all, the enemy bot lane is really far away. Second of all, I saw enemy guy on the jungle. Third of all, I saw enemy mid lane. So they know everything. And they are recalling in the tower. Yes. In the enemy tower.
Yeah.
But they know all of these things. So if you don't know some of these things, you can recall in the brush. The second brush, first brush is good. Recall if they are like still far. Second brush is better if they're like super close. Sometimes you even go in the third brush if they're like really, really close when you recall.
Yeah.
So this is what
you'll see games where I just recall on the tower because I know where bot lane is. And in the game, I might have an idea of the jungle, but when we're just watching the game now, I didn't follow the jungle, right? I'm listening to you, so it's very likely I just do it wrong sometimes too.
And a basic like let me do it all like every time is recalling in the brush instead of like recalling. Like if you're not thinking and you're autopiloting, is better to be autopilot and just recall in the brush than to be autopilot and recall outside.
Yeah, of course.
For sure. Okay, good. Questions for today?